Hey, everybody, and welcome to Unfolded News. I'm Jerry Simmons. I'm your host, and today we're going to be talking about the recent resignation of director Kimberly Cheatle, who stepped down after the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. And so today we're going to be talking about a hot button issue and how it relates to leadership on a smaller scale, a more granular scale. So I just wanted to first start with this news article from NBC News and just highlight this first point. This decision that was made upon her resignation, it really was pushed by both the Republican and Democratic lawmakers. They were demanding that she step down, which she did. She did oblige and she stepped down. And it's very clear here that she says that she does take full responsibility for the security lapse. But here's the thing as it pertains to leadership. A lot of the times people do business and partner with people that they know, that they like, and that they trust. And I want to talk about kind of the breakdowns within those three layers and how this relates to previous director Cheatle, but also to other leaders in their respective industries. So first, people want to know that you're capable of leading a team that will ultimately provide said service that you say you're going to provide. In this case, for her, it was leading a team that was going to protect former President Donald Trump, but more importantly, protect all of the civilians that were there at that rally to support former President Donald Trump. And so it's very clear that it was a blatant disregard on security's part, not apprehending the suspect. On NPR News, here's a transcript of an interview that was done. The interview stated that in a conversation that Cheatle was having with House lawmakers, she stated that the shooter originally had been flagged as suspicious, but it's not rare in some of those cases for someone to be flagged as suspicious at an event, but they differentiate suspicious from being a threat. And so they did not determine that the shooter was a threat at that time. So already we're now at a position as consumers of her service that it's clear she and her team do not know when to differentiate a suspect from a threat in a situation like that. The next layer that I want to break down is going to be they don't like the breakdown in protecting former President Donald Trump as well as the civilians in that area. And so a big thing I always think about is when you're in any industry as a leader in any role, you are in charge of solving the problems of your consumer, right? And so you want them to like you. You want them to feel as though, wow, this is a leader I can see who clearly can lead and is competent. And honestly, it just builds off of the previous of this person knows what they're doing. They like the job that you do. And it can so easily go away in an instant because previous director, she was actually in her role for 2 years. And it's crazy to me because within 2 years, we hear nothing about her because clearly nothing went wrong. But in an instant, one event, one huge breakdown can cause the public from not knowing anything about you because of how seamless your leadership was to this one instance turning the public entirely against you. And then the last part of this is really the trust factor. This is the most important part to me because I hear it all the time. I think it's important that we understand in leadership, being trusted takes you from being any old salesperson who's selling a product or selling a service to someone who is now a trusted advisor that people think to call on when anything related to your industry happens. They think, I have to call Jerry, I have to call Tim, I have to call whoever it is, I have to call them because they know what they're talking about. I like their style and I trust their word. And in this moment, again, because of the breakdown, all that trust is gone. So I was reading through an article talking about the real power of knowing, liking, and trusting other people. And this person, I loved what he added to this conversation because he says it's important, yes, that people know, like, and trust you as a leader, but it's also important that it's done on the opposite end, where the leader, where the leader knows, likes, and trusts you. And so I just wanted to read this excerpt from him. The author's name is Darren Rouse. I hope I'm saying that right. But he says, what takes things to the next level with this cafe? He's just referring to a cafe he goes to and how he knows, likes, and trusts them. But I'm going to continue. What takes things to the next level with this cafe is that they know, like, and trust me, or at least I feel that they do. I'm known. When I enter, they greet me by name and ask me if I just want a long black or whether I'll need the skinny latte with half a sugar that Vanessa has. I'm liked. They ask me about my kids and comment on the holiday that they saw me just share photos of on Instagram. I'm trusted. When I realize I'm short on change because I had to give my kids my last money for school, they tell me it's okay and I can pay them next time. And I think that that's such a great add on to this conversation because as leaders, we must know who we're serving. We have to know them because if we don't, this is when we have these lapses in judgment. We have to continue to look at industry statistics, listen to feedback from our customers and who we're serving to determine and continue to identify what are their problems, what are their needs, and also listen to them daily when they're telling us things about them. They're personal, right? You're liked. We need to make sure we like who we're serving. If we don't like them, we won't put emphasis on doing our best in serving and leading our teams to properly serve the people who need us most. And more importantly, we have to trust the people we serve. They are human just like us. And a lot of times it can be easy as the leader of a brigade or of a group or a team looking at the people that you serve and say they are so flawed because they don't understand what we deal with. But on the flip side, we don't understand what they're dealing with day to day. And part of our role is to have some level of automation for them so they don't have to worry as much and they don't have to think as hard about something because they know, hey, I have Jerry on my team. I trust her. I know that she's going to have my back. And you have to trust them and knowing they will have your back because you serve them at the best of your ability. So they're going to serve you. So again, thank you guys for coming today. This was Unfolded News. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just going to be one of the segments we do on the channel. But if you found value in this, would love to hear that in the comments below and get some feedback from you guys. Add to the conversation, ask questions if you have any, but please subscribe and hit a like for me. I appreciate it and look forward to seeing y'all soon. Stay unfolded. Peace.